Today we are just going to do a really simple session, bodyweight exercises with a couple of pieces of equipment. So if you remember, we have got our little foot sliders that we have been using, so you don't have to have these sort of things per se. You can use anything, so paper plates work really well. Tea towels also work if you've got floorboards. If you've got carpet, something like a laminated piece of paper, or the plates work really well because you need that little slippery surface. And also we're going to use a little ball. So this is just a little Pilates ball. If you don't have anything like that, a good old cushion works really well as well. So that is probably a little bit too skinny, but folded in half, that's going to work really nicely. So either a cushion or just a little ball that you might have lying around is another really good option. So that's all that we need in terms of equipment today, and obviously your humble chair as well. They very, very useful pieces of equipment. So with that in mind, we're going to do our usual 10 exercises, so 10 different exercises at we'll do a minute and a half for the first round of exercises, and then have a little bit of a rest, and then we'll repeat those exercises, doing them each for a minute instead of the minute and a half. Today I'm going to give you a few options in terms of progressions as well. So I'm going to start with the easiest level of the exercise. If you feel that you're doing that with no worries at all, then I'll show you a couple of extra progressions that you can do. Some of those progressions do involve holding weights. So if you do have some little hand weights around, feel free to grab those. Otherwise, you certainly don't need to have them. I think that's about all that I needed to say about the circuit today. Otherwise, just make sure you listen to your body. We don't want to cause any pain or discomfort. So if something doesn't feel right for you, please stop, rest, sit that exercise out, and then start again whenever you are ready. So without any further ado, we will get stuck into a little bit of a warm-up. As I said, if you are joining in, feel free to comment so that I know that you are there. Otherwise, let's get stuck in. All right, so with our warm-up, we're just going to start with a little bit of a march on the spot. I'm just going to stand back a bit so I don't cut my head off. So just marching on the spot to start off with. And then we're going to do some little heel taps out in front and get our body feeling a little bit warmer. And then we're going to do some taps out to the side. So just make sure you take it at your own pace. You don't have to go as quickly as I'm going. You can slow it right down. Just do whatever's comfortable for you. I'm going to do some taps out behind, so just tapping our toe behind. Just trying to get those legs feeling a little bit warmer. Good. And back to a march on the spot again. This time we're going to take our arms out to the side and just start with some nice little circles. Slowly getting bigger and bigger. And then up to nice big circles. And then going back the other way, so starting nice and big. And then bringing them back to a little bit smaller. And then giving them a rest with those arms to shake. And last little exercise, just bring those knees up a little bit higher when you're doing your marching. So you might need to slow it down a little bit. Just take those knees as high as comfortable for you. Good. All right. So hopefully everyone's feeling a little bit warm. We're going to get stuck into our first exercise time here. So a minute and a half is what we're going to do for the first exercise. And our first one's going to be our lovely sit to stand. So we're going to sit, stand all the way up, sit all the way back down. So what I want you to think about with this one is making sure that your hips really stick back, keep your chest and your head up, okay? Now my timer is still on a minute today, sorry. All right, minute and a half, here we go. Okay, so let's get going. So standing up and sitting back down. So make sure that you are really pushing back with your hips. Because ideally, your knees shouldn't really be moving forward. It's really a movement that's happening from the hips. That's the way. If you need to use your hands on your knees to push yourself up, absolutely fine. Just do what you need to do. Now, if anyone is feeling like that is a little bit on the easy side, I want you just to hover your bottom above the chair and push back up. So just hover and standing back up. So the key with this exercise is to really push those hips back, but also keep your weight through your heels. By doing that, you get those muscles in your bottom working that little bit more. So push back and up. Push back and up. And we've got another 30 or so seconds to go. So don't forget that you're more than welcome to have a little bit of a rest if you need to. Try and keep that head and that chest nice and high. And really think about sitting back with your hips. Particularly if you get any knee pain, it's really important to make sure that your hips are doing most of the work, not your knees. Good, and the last 10 seconds to go. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work. All right, next exercise is some knee lifts. So grab either your pillow or your ball. We're going to pop the ball between our knees, hold on to the sides of your chair, and we're going to lift our legs up and down. So from the side, we'll go that way because the sun's a bit bright. Lifting up and down. So you really do need to use your arms to brace yourself onto the chair, but I want you to think about is making sure that you don't shrug your shoulders. So keep your shoulders relaxed as you lift and slowly lower. Now, if that's too challenging, just one leg at a time. So try and do 5 or so on one leg and then swap over and do another 5 or so on the other leg. So just see how you go with that one because it is quite a tricky exercise. But what I want you to think about is that you're not hyperextending through your back at all. You want to keep your back nice and straight. And as you lift, you're thinking about using those muscles in your tummy. So lift and lower. And don't forget to have a rest as well. This one's quite challenging, so make sure you rest as often as you need to. Lift and slowly lower. So the key to this one is to really slowly bring those legs back down. So we're not sort of dumping our legs back down. We're trying to go nice and slow and controlled and keeping those shoulders relaxed. And 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, grab your foot sliders. So whatever you're using to give yourself a bit of a slippery surface, come forward in your chair. And we're just going to do some nice, fast little movements forward and back. So the further forward you come on the chair, the more challenging it's going to be because your thighs are less supported, so they have to sort of work a little bit harder. The other thing I want you to think about is making sure that you're not really pushing down through those sliders. I want you to think about lifting and being really nice and light. So it's just a tiny amount of pressure, just enough to keep them in contact with the floor. Away and in. A couple of seconds, we're going to go out to the side. So we're going to go out and back in. Now with these sideways ones, I want you to make sure you're moving from your hips. So we're not just doing the lower part of our leg, we're moving the whole leg out to the side and back in. Now if that's too tricky, feel free to just do one side and then the other side. But yeah, you can try and do both at the same time. So this is good for our muscles in the side of our hips, but also the muscles on the inside of our thighs as well. So again, really just try to keep the pressure nice and light on those foot sliders. That's the way. And 5 seconds to go. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. All right. Bit of a rest for our legs and upper body exercise next. So we are going to take our arms up and out to the side. We're going to bring them out in front of us, back out to the side, and back down. So we're lifting, bringing them in front, out to the side, back down. That was lifting up, to the front, to side, back down. So again, as I keep saying, make sure you keep those shoulders relaxed. So we don't want to shrug our shoulders up, we want to keep them down and relaxed. So we're lifting, bringing out in front and back down, the whole time keeping those shoulders nice and relaxed. So this muscle up here is called our trapezius or our traps, and it's a muscle that gets really tight really easily, particularly with lots of things that we do that involve sitting and leaning forwards. So it's a really good habit to try and get into, to think about making sure you keep that muscle relaxed in the movements that you do. When we get a bit stressed, we tend to sort of hunch up through our shoulders, so trying to keep them relaxed is going to go a long way to avoiding any extra muscle tension up through your shoulders and up through your neck. So you've got 10 more seconds of these, doing really well. Don't forget to give your arms a little bit of a rest or a little bit of a shake if you need to. And 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, next one, having a stand up for me, holding onto the back of your chair. So what I want you to think about is leaning forward so that you've got a little bit of your weight supported through your chair. Bend your knee, and you're going to push your foot back and in, back and in. So what we're doing here is squeezing those muscles in our bottom, particularly at the end of the movement. So there's the squeeze, relax, push back, squeeze, relax. So that it's a really good exercise to get those nice muscles in our bottom working, which are really good for our posture, for walking, and just our general lower body strength. And we're going to swap legs in about 5 seconds time, so keep going and switch sides. So again, push back and in. So the knee doesn't move with this exercise, we want to try and keep the knee nice and still, and it's just the hip. So we're flexing and extending at the hip. So with this one, again, make sure your upper body is nice and supported so that you're not putting any pressure through your lower back. You can sort of choose whatever you need to support yourself, that's fine. And another 10 seconds to go. So again, make sure you really concentrate on squeezing those muscles in your bottom. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and resting there. All right, the next exercise is called crab walk. So what we're going to do is we're going to bend our knees, bend at our hips a little bit, so we're just holding that tiny little squat position. We're going to take a big step, small step, big step, small step, big step, small step, big step, small step. So with this one, we're trying to keep that squat position the whole way through. So we're not standing, squatting, or anything like that. We're trying to maintain that nice low level. So 2 steps to one side and then 2 steps back the other way. Now, if you're feeling that's a little bit too tricky on your knees or anything like that, then do it standing up. That's absolutely fine. But as much as you can, I want you to try and bend those knees, step together, step. That's the way. So, this is a really good exercise to do with a resistance TheraBand. If you've got one, you can put it around your ankles or your feet. Obviously, that makes it a little bit more challenging. But even without the band, taking that nice wide step, you should start to feel it in those muscles in the side of your hips there. Another 15 seconds to go. Well. Good, and another 5 seconds. Keep that body low if you can, doing really well. It's a tough exercise, this one. And there we go, done. So give those legs a shake. All right, you have to have a sit back down again. And this time we're going to do some seated knee extensions. So that means just bringing your leg up and back down. So when the leg is lifted, I want you to think about squeezing those muscles in your leg. So just to show you what that looks like, straighten, bend. Straighten, bend. So you're holding it for a couple of seconds up at the top there. So straighten, squeeze, bend. Straighten, squeeze, bend. And we'll swap legs in a second. So if you can, try not to touch. So you see my foot's not actually touching the ground in between each rep. So try and keep your foot, if you can, just lift it off the floor. It's a bit tricky if you have longer legs and your legs will naturally touch the ground, in which case just try and just keep it to just a little bit of a toe resting on the ground. Don't put the full weight of your foot through the floor if you can avoid it. And advantages of being short. And so when we're extending the leg, we're squeezing those muscles and relax. Squeeze and relax. That's the way. 5 seconds to go. All right, so another upper body exercise. So this one we've been doing a little bit. So we're going to take our arms out in front. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together and relax. So squeeze and relax. Now this one, again, make sure you keep those traps. So there's muscles up in the top of your neck, the bottom of your neck, top of your shoulders. Really, really relax. So the last thing we want to do is add any tension there. We're going to keep those shoulders relaxed. What I want you to think about is squeezing the muscles in your back. So squeeze those shoulder blades together, relax. Now if you do want to take this exercise up a little bit, you can either hold weights in your hand or we can add an extra movement. So we're going to squeeze, hands up, while still squeezing, back down, and then relax. So squeeze, keep squeezing, hands up, back, and relax. So just adding that extra little movement in is going to not only help open up through your chest, but it's going to make those muscles in your back work a little bit harder. So you've got to maintain that squeeze for a little bit longer. So keep going if you can. Don't forget you're welcome to have a little bit of a rest. Give those arms a little bit of a shake at any time. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Reset yourself and then start again. So squeeze, hands up if you can. Relax. So yeah, if you feel your shoulders creeping up, then just have a little quick rest and then reset and start again. So this is a long minute and a half. There we go. Give those arms a shake. All right, next one is grabbing hold of our chair. So make sure that you have got a bit of space behind you. So we're going to grab one of our foot sliders and we're going to hold onto our chair. We're just going to scoop our leg back and in. So I want you to try and keep that supporting leg, just a soft bend in that knee and sliding back and in, back and in. I've got 2 plus a 1, back and in. Now, if anyone wants an extra challenge, slide right back. So just increase the distance that you slide back. Slide and all right. And we probably should switch legs about now. So change over to the other leg. So either just in and out, in, out, keeping that supporting leg bent, or increase the distance if you feel comfortable doing that. So you can even go back to a full lunge if that's something that you want to do. Otherwise, just make sure you take it to your level. So if you are going all the way back, make sure that knee stays behind your toe. So you're taking your weight back, not forward. Yeah, just take it to wherever it suits. So even if it's just a little slide back and in. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, last exercise. So we are going to, So we're going to take a step and touch our toe. Step, touch our toe. So if you can have a little bit of a knee bend through the middle there, that's really good. But if you need to, just step, touch, touch. Try and have a little bit of a knee bend. Now, if anyone would like a bit of an extra challenge, we're going to step and lift. Step and lift. Now, when we're lifting, we're not tilting our whole body over to the side, keeping our body up straight and just lifting that leg. So step and lift. Step and lift. So just do what you're comfortable with. If you wanted to stick with the tap, touch, that's fine. So this is our last exercise, and then we get to have a little bit of a rest. So keep going if you can, keep moving, even if it just means stepping side to side. Just try, keep moving for the next 30 seconds, and then we get to have a little bit of a break. So it was so overcast when I started this, and the sun was good, but I'm getting blinded now. That's okay. All right, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and resting there. Well done. So go and grab yourselves a drink, have a breather, and I will see you shortly. Sorry, really bright. And we will do those exercises again, but we'll just do them for a minute this time rather than doing a minute and a half. So please feel free to pop any questions in the comments while we have a quick little break. If there's anything that's bothering you, don't hesitate to get in touch. I'm more than happy for you guys to send me any messages if you have any particular concerns about anything. So yeah, don't hesitate to get in touch if you need to. So I'm just going to go and grab a quick drink, and then we'll come back in a minute or so and we'll do it all again. Okay, so just wondering whether I should move my spot a little bit. It will be fine. So yeah, we're going to do those same 10 exercises again, but just a minute on the clock this time, and then we'll finish off with a couple of stretches. So let's go. Alright, so make sure you've got your equipment handy. So we had our sliders and our ball for a minute. Okay, so first exercise was some squats or some sit to stand. So ready, set, go. So we're standing all the way up and sitting all the way back with our hips. Standing up, sitting all the way back. Remember, your progression from this is to just hover above the chair and stand back up. Hover and stand. So still trying to keep our chest and our head nice and high, not collapsing through our shoulders or our back, and really thinking about pushing those hips back behind us. Push back, stand up. Another 15 seconds. So make sure, even if you move up to the progression of just doing the squats, you can always go back to the sit to stand. Your legs start to feel a little bit tired. And last one. Beautiful. All right. So grab your ball or your pillow, whichever you'll be using. Pop it between your knees. Hold on to the chair, and we're going to try and lift both of our legs up and down. So remember, you can always just do one and lower, one and lower. But if you can, try and lift both those legs. So even if you move back in your chair a little bit, sometimes it's a matter of finding the sweet spot on the chair. If you're too far back, it doesn't work. Too far forward doesn't work. So just trying to find the right spot and not struggling with shoulders. So try and keep those shoulders relaxed. Lift and lower. You should put that on there, it's a bit hot. And lift and lower. So you should feel this in your tummy muscles. And again, it's quite an intense exercise, so just try to have a little bit of a rest as you need to. Then if you do a couple, then rest, and then a couple more. Beautiful. All right, foot sliders. So, okay. Feet on top of your sliders, come forwards in your chair, and sliding back and forth. So I'm sort of right on the front of my chair there, and it just means that I can get a little bit more movement happening at my knees and with my legs. Beautiful. Keep going with these for another 5 seconds. And then we're going to change to our sideways one. So we're going to go to the side and back in. Side and in. So remember, we're moving from the hips out and in. 10, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. Giving our legs a little bit of a break now, and we're going to do our side raises, out in front, back to the side, and down. Whole time keeping those shoulders nice and relaxed. Good. So lift, out to front, back to the side, and down. Lift, forwards, side, down. Sorry. So keeping those traps really nice and relaxed throughout the whole movement. If you feel you're starting to get tired, you generally will start to shrug as you lift. So it just means you need to have a quick break and then lift, hands in front, back to the side and down. Just keeping everything nice and relaxed. Good. And done. All right, next one was our donkey kick. So I'm going to use that here to lean on so that I'm not in the sun. So leaning forwards and bending that knee and then pushing back. So as much as you can, I want you to think about keeping that foot, moving back straight. So we're not sort of doing any funky maneuvers. We're trying to keep that leg pushing straight back, and in, out, and in. That's the way of squeezing those muscles in our bottom and changing sides and squeeze as you push back. The more you concentrate on engaging those muscles in your bottom, the more that they're going to work, which is good because we want to recruit all of those muscles, get them working. Squeeze at the top, relax. Squeeze, relax. And then we are done there. All right, our crab walks. So that's where we've had a little bend in our knees, bend in our hips, and then we were stepping to the side for 2, and then back for 2. So side for 2, and then other way for 2. So try as much as you can to keep that bend in your knees as you step through. You also notice that I'm not bending forward either, keeping my weight on my heels, keeping myself up nice and straight. So even though you have a bend in your knees, you shouldn't be loading the front of those knees up. You still want to keep that weight back on your heels as you step and back. Step. That's the way. And remember, if you need a break, to take one. Otherwise, straighten out those knees and just do some side steps. Just try and keep it as a nice big side step. All right. Next exercise, we're going to sit back down again. We're going to do our seated knee extension. So we're going to extend our leg and straighten. Sorry, and bend. Straighten and bend. Do that. Straighten and bend. So squeezing those muscles in our thigh at the top, relax. Squeeze, relax. It's kind of like a 3-part movement. We lift, squeeze, relax. Lift, squeeze, relax. And change legs. Lift, squeeze, relax. So again, try, if you can, not to rest that foot down on the ground between each repetition. Try and keep it elevated if you can. Lift, squeeze, relax. Now, if your knees don't fully extend, that's absolutely fine. Just do whatever you can manage. If it only, will only go so far, just do whatever you can. Beautiful. Okay, next one. Those shoulder squeezes again. So arms out in front, relax those shoulders, get yourself set up well, and squeeze and relax. So we're squeezing through our shoulder blades and relaxing. Squeeze and relax. So the more that you can concentrate, again, on squeezing and engaging those muscles in your back, the better. Squeeze, relax. If you wanted to add in that extra movement, hands up, back down, relax, please do. Squeeze, keep squeezing, and relax. But again, if you feel like your traps are starting to switch on and get really tight, then please have a relax, give your arms a shake, have a reset, and then go again when you're ready. Squeeze, squeeze, Beautiful. There, I think, yep. And resting. All right. Next one was holding onto the back of our chair again. So I'm going to move my chair out of the way. Use my heater. All right. And so we are just sliding in and out like so. So just holding something to hold on to for a bit of balance. Keep that supporting leg bent and sliding in and out. And if you want to, you can take it further, but please just take it to a level that's comfortable. And change legs. Sliding back, so make sure that supporting leg has a soft bend in it. And sliding in and out. Sliding back further if you wish. So still trying to keep that bend in the knee. And last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Well done. All right, last exercise was our side taps. So we're going to step to the side, tap, step, tap. So basically just having your feet quite wide apart and transferring your weight. But as you do, I want you to think about bending your knees through the middle. So easy option is just a side step with a tap. Progression is to have that knee bend. It's me. And then next progression from that is to add a little lift in. But that one is completely optional. Side, touch, side, touch. Good. Got 15 seconds to go, everyone, and then you are done. What a lovely way to get your day kicked off with a little bit of exercise. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. So great job today, everyone. I'm just going to go back this way a little bit. There we go. So hopefully that was all okay for everyone. Didn't find anything too challenging. As I said, I try to always provide an easy option and then a progression if you do want to challenge yourself a little bit more. So what we're just going to quickly do is a couple of stretches just to try and relax and cool those muscles down. So if you can, take your arm across your chest, use your other arm to hug your arm towards you. If that is not very comfortable on your shoulder, just pop your hand on your other opposite shoulder, that's fine. But just try, and again, keep those muscles relaxed through your neck. And give those arms a shake and swap over to the other side. That's it. So, yeah, I know that I talk about your muscles up here quite a lot, but I see it so much where people get really tight and they just start to, their neck disappears because they're so tight through these muscles up here. It can give you headaches and, awful neck pain. So as much as you can, try and relax and pull those shoulders down. Give yourself some space there, and it really will help with, that tension that you can feel up and through your shoulders sometime. All right, next one. Link your fingers together and sideways so that you can see. So I'm going to push my shoulders forward, drop my head, and really round through my upper back. So this is quite a nice stretch through your upper back and shoulders. So just relax there. All right, bring your head up, bring those shoulders back in, and then turn your hands away from you. That's the way. So this way we're really keeping those shoulders down. Excellent. And give them a little bit of a shake. And then take them up behind you, so sort of coming up like so. Keep those shoulders relaxed. And give them a little bit of a shake. All right. Next one is for our legs. So we are going to find something to hold on to. So your chair, in my case, my heater. And one foot in front of the other like so. So both toes pointing forwards and sort of lunging forwards. So we're keeping our heel of our back leg on the ground. So you should get quite a nice stretch happening through that lower leg there. Good, and switch over to the other side. So stretches are something that you can do while you're watching a bit of TV or, just while you've got a bit of downtime, even if you're doing some cooking in the kitchen, just try and have a little bit of a stretch. Beautiful. All right, keep holding on to whatever you need to. I'm going to grab on hold of our pants, our ankle, our shoe, whatever you can manage. Try and keep those knees together as best you can. But yeah, stretching can help keep the muscles nice and subtle and soft. So yeah, it's a good habit to get into if you can. And the other side, so keep holding on if you need to. Grab your ankle, your foot, whatever you can manage. Excellent. Ideally, you want to hold stretches for a little bit longer than this, but we're just doing a little bit of a quick cool down, so that's all right. All right, last stretch. I want you to take a really nice big deep breath in, and as you breathe in, take your arms up over your head, breathing in, and breathing out. Relax, bring those arms back down, and again, big deep breath in. Stretch through your fingers, and relax. And last one, big deep breath in, stretching all the way through to your fingertips, and relaxing as you breathe out. Beautiful work. All right, guys, so that is everything for today. Again, I will pop it up on the Body Connect Exercise Physiology Facebook page so that you can watch it whenever you like. You can always catch up. There are a couple of other ones from the previous couple of weeks available there as well. Please, any feedback on anything, please don't hesitate to get in touch and feel free to share these videos around. We want to get people keeping as active as we can while we're stuck in self-isolation. So, anything that can keep people moving is going to be a good thing. So hopefully you can join me next week. So we'll be back to a Monday next week, most likely. But otherwise, stay safe, everyone, and take care. Bye.